So that's my camera's on, good. Okay buddy, here we go. Always worthwhile coming out of this entrance. You just stop before the crappy surface and just put your 1 foot down like I have, because you've got a habit of putting 2 feet down, which I want to get you out of. Lifesaver. So getting up to the speed limit. We're going to come off at the first slip row, which I know is about a mile up the road here. Just getting nice and comfortable. Just going to come in just before this lorry. Get in before the 300 metre marker, check in my mirror. Quick shoulder check, make sure nothing's come up my near side as I come off. And just checking my offside now as we come off there, and intend to turn right at the island. So a nice signal. Anything after 12 o'clock on the clock face, we always signal. Bringing the speed down on the gears. Can't go yet. Now we can. Sorry, we weren't bringing the speed down on the gears, just bringing the gears down to match the speed. Watching this green pickup. Where's he going? Yeah, so I'm just going to go past him now. So just bringing it down into the speed limit, watching this garage. Quick mirror check. Nothing on the forecourt, so we're okay. There's a parked vehicle on the near side, so I'm taking a position to go nice straight line past it. There we go. My local knowledge tells me that just round the bend to the left here, it'll go into a 50 mile an hour speed limit. Just watching that car on the offside coming out. Okay, I'm positioning myself now just to ready to go into the 50 limit. Mirror check I've done. and bringing it nicely round, taking up a position 1 now, looking round to the right. And I can see up ahead we've got a sweeper wagon by the look of it, parked on the near side. So I'm just taking up a position 3. No need to indicate at this stage because I'm doing a nice straight line past him, watching the pedestrian there. Keeping a distance, a nice stopping distance from the vehicles in front. Nice position 2 as we go over the rise, a loss of vision. I can see now that the road goes round to the right. I'm just checking that junction, make sure there's nothing in it that will cause us a problem. Checking my mirror. Still in a 50, no chance to overtake at this stage or make the progress up into the past these vehicles in front. And I know local knowledge tells me that just round the corner it comes back down to a 40, so I'm just holding my speed off. I'm just going to get a gear for my speed now, which is a 4th gear for my bike, and just hold it nice and gently. Adopting position 2. Watching that car on the offside, he has seen us, so no problem. And when we go around the left-hander here, we'll come to a set of traffic lights where we intend to turn to the left on the B5023. The lights are on green at the moment, but I expect them to change against us, looking at the timing. Bringing the speed down nice and gently. Gear for the speed. Indicate. Might 2 of us get through? Yes, we will. Lifesaver. It's a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, although on the sat-nav it's showing me it's a 40. But there is a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign just at the start of the junction there. Just staying away from the vehicles in front, giving myself a good stopping distance. No need to keep swapping and changing from position 1 to 3, so adopting a nice position 2. Certainly while we're in this 30-mile-an-hour zone. So I'm just watching that heavy goods in front of us. He's obviously travelling more than 30 miles an hour, so I can expect if he does go straight on into the 50 zone, he will get up to the speed limit and perhaps cancel any opportunity that we may have to get past him. But I am also thinking now that because I know the road, that once we get through the 40 into the 50 limit, we'll go into an S-bend where there might be an opportunity for me to overtake this white car. So I'm just checking my mirror. I've got traffic behind you, so I'm coming into a position 1 now to have a good look around this right-hander, and I'm going to start to make a little bit of progress on the white car, because I'm going to try and get myself into an overtake position at the 50-mile-an-hour sign. Once I've got a view, if I can do it, yes I can, and there it is. So mirror check, and a mirror before I come back in, and we're still within the 50-mile-an-hour. And I've still got time to go past the lorry, and I've come in now for the solid white line, So for you it's about making sure that you've got into a position I'm just going to slow down for you to catch up. No real problem. You've got traffic coming towards you and it's solid white lines, so just wait your turn, pick your time, and once the road is clear, so get yourself into a position, an overtake position. Okay, after this motorcyclist that you see coming past you, you are clear, clear, clear. And good, I can see you overtaking now, so... Oh right, okay, yeah, got it. Good, well done. Well done for showing that restraint then. And now you're through. Okay, let's bring it up to the 50. Position 1 round this right-hander, watching the road and the gear for the speed. Checking that junction on my left, nothing in there causing us a problem. Road goes round to the right, so a nice position 1. Watching that farm entrance. Road signs telling me that there are double bends ahead. Local knowledge tells me that they are tight, but and the road signs, the road markings, solid whites show me that that's a tight bend. But as we go round, I can see that it opens up for me, and I'm looking over the hedgerow on the left now, and then just accelerating through, keeping the bike as upright as possible, which gives me the stability I want. And just taking a nice position now, ready to take the left-hander that's up ahead. So here it is, just getting the speed right for it, and the gear for the speed, and there we go, round the bend. Just checking my mirror, everything's okay behind. And again, now I know that the speed limit's going to change fairly shortly. There I can see it to a 40, so I'm just rolling my speed off now. Not using the brakes, I don't need to. Checking my mirror that vehicles behind me have reacted. You have. Lights are on red, so just rolling nice and gently towards the lights, hoping they'll change by the time we get there. Block changing down. Will we have to stop? Yes, we will. Just stopping. Okay. Just checking right, just checking left. Everything good. Checking my mirror, I'm getting into a position right for this left-hand bend in a 50 limit. There it is, I'm just checking my mirror. I'm going up to the speed limit. Now I can see a nice left-hand bend coming up. I'm just going to take a bit of the right-hand side of the road, just to have a good look. I'm now looking over the hedgerows there. I can see that tractor in a lay-by, I think it is. Yes, it is. So I'm just being a bit careful of that. He's not moving by the look of it. No, he isn't. And I'm just leaning the bike round these bends. Nice and smoothly. I know we've got a bend coming up to the left. quite a tight one, so we'll just roll the speed off. Gear is right for the speed is okay for this bend. Accelerate round, and using IPSGA all the time. And we now know we've got a right-hander coming up with the road surface, which is really pretty iffy. So I'm just taking it nice and gently round that right-hander and accelerating away. Down to a 40 limit. 3, 2, 1, and through it there at 39. And again, local knowledge tells me that I'm be coming into the village of Idridge Hay very shortly. Here we go, 30 limit 300, check. 30 limit 200, check. 100, check. And through the 30 mile an hour sign, let's check in my mirror. At 30 mile an hour, you have slowed down and reacted to my reduction in speed, which is good. So nice and gently through the village. Just having a bit of a look around the left-hander. That's clear for us. And we know the other side of the village, it drops down an incline into a 40 limit and then 50 at the bottom of the hill. So just checking my mirror now, there's only you behind me, so I'm increasing my speed to that 40 mile an hour, just holding it. Very tempting to get up to the 50 here, but wait. There's the 50 sign down the hill, and then I'm looking beyond that. I'm looking at the left-hander that goes round the top end. There's some headlights coming towards me. Yeah, quick mirror check, and away I go up to the 50. And that car was actually showing me the way the road went when I saw his headlights. Just leaning the bike through these bends, keeping the speed nice and steady, 50 mile an hour thereabouts. Road signs are putting me into the near to solid white lines. So up, loss of vision. So a nice straight road, looking up ahead, well up ahead now. The road is going round to the left. I can see from that black car that the road goes round to the left, and I can also tell by the hedgerows on the right hand side how they go round. Road sign is telling me there's an adverse camber on this right hander here, and it is a bit of a bend, so you have to just be careful. I'm getting a nice speed, nice gear for the speed, and driving it through that. Hey Cardo, radio off. Don't know why my radio came on there, but it did. So just going over these this bridge now. Got my gear right, got my speed right, and away we go through. I'm accelerating through, using IPSGA all the time. Watching the entrance on the left hand side, or the exit, nothing in it. Getting up to the traffic up ahead, there's machinery working on the right hand side, the offside. Looks like it's clear for us. I'm coming through. Don't think I'm going to get a chance to do anything with these two vehicles because we're not far out of Worksworth now. So just holding off into the 40. Leaning the bike round the bend nice and gently. local knowledge tells me we're coming into a 30 very shortly. And there it is up ahead. So I'm just going to check my mirror now. Check, here we go, through at 30 mile an hour. I'm back into a fairly urban environment. A bit of traffic on the road, nothing too much that's going to cause us any problem. So my position's good, my speed is right and my gear is right for the speed. I'm just keeping the acceleration nice and steady. I'm actually going to choose a lower gear now as we go up this incline. A bit of a loss of vision as we go over the top, so just keeping away from oncoming traffic. Looking well up ahead now, and I'm going to go straight over this mini island, and I can see that the road goes up an incline and then goes round to the left because the cars are showing me that it does so. I'm just checking. He's calling me on, that's good. Thank you. But you can see there how the information changes very quickly. So we were all set up to go straight over the island, and then next thing you know that vehicle came from the left, so it changed our tack, but he did nod us through. Watching this vehicle parked to the near side. Mirror check as we go through the village here. Nobody's on the pedestrian crossing, so we're okay. My position's good, my speed is good, and my gear is okay. I'm just getting up to a third gear for the speed of the vehicle. Keeping a nice line away from these vehicles parked on the near side, and I'm also watching the garage forecourt to make sure nobody's coming out at us. So we're good there. Checking my mirror. Everything is being done smoothly. There's no sudden jerky movements or mechanical rear observations. And rear observations are done at that sort of speed. Yeah, a nice rear observation at that sort of speed. Which you've actually started to get into now. When you first started, it was that. But now it's, so you're actually looking to make sure there's nothing there. So give yourself that time to actually look. Keeping the speed at 30. Maintaining that third gear. Acceleration on the IPSGA is just a steady acceleration. And we've got roadwork, temporary roadworks lights, they're on green for us. Keeping the speed as it is. Yes, we can go through, yes, and so can you. Okay, we're going to a 40 limit now, but I know that the other side of this hill, which is Cromford Hill, is a 12% gradient going down. I'm just checking that near side. I've got vehicles in front of me, and I know that just round the corner, round to the left, is a 30 mile an hour zone. So I'm just holding the bike back off the vehicles in front of me. I'm doing 36 mile an hour here, so I'm within the speed limit. There we are, coming into the 30. I want to make sure that I go through there at 30. So I'm checking my mirror. You've reacted to the fact that I've slowed down. I'm through at 30. I'm just holding, I've got a third gear. I'm holding the vehicle in a nice position. No need for braking at this stage. Just holding it back on the engine brake, keeping my distance to the vehicles in front, giving me the good stopping distance, and I'm just scanning the environment, just getting the information in. I've clocked the road surface a little bit wet in places. That's because there's a road sweeper being down here from the cement works and the quarry, so I'm picking that dry piece of the road. It's still taking that dry piece of road, even though it affects my position, but it's the safest one. Moving across for that vehicle coming up. I'm looking now, and I intend to turn left at the traffic lights ahead. I'm not going to signal as yet because there's a junction on the left and people might think I'm turning there. So I'm just checking my mirror now, and now I'm going to actually put a signal on, bringing the speed down nice and gently, block changing down, and 1 foot down. Now doing what we used to call the hand and shuffle. Lights are changing to turning left, so we're okay. Mirror check and a lifesaver. Getting up to the speed limit. Up to the speed limit of 40. Looking round the bend now, I'm looking over there as to where the road is going, what traffic is coming the other way. So I've got my eye on the vehicles in front, but I'm also looking well ahead of the road, over the hedgerows and over the offside. Give myself a safety margin for this oncoming traffic. Pedestrians seen us. Just having a good look around this left-hander as we go round. Pinching a little bit of safety there for that oncoming vehicle. Coming into a 30 limit now, so just checking my mirror. Rear observation. Everything's okay, you've slowed down. Getting the gear for the speed, and just down here I intend to turn right into the car park. So I'm now just going to start indicating mirror first of all, getting to the crown of the road. And there we go, quick lifesaver, everything's okay. And reverse into these two spots here. Bringing the vehicle to nice halt. That went up. Get that foot up. That was good, going around the cyclist, keeping it in a nice straight line. 2 or 3 sessions ago you'd have swung out on that, but I hear you're sorting some of the tyres out on the vehicles for us, Harry. Yeah. Yeah. You know where the keys are kept for the vehicles, don't you? Yes, they are in that same key safe, yeah. Good. Good. Don't forget that breakaway signal coming off an island. interestingly, your riding is looking a lot smoother than it was last week. It is actually, yes it is, mate, yeah. Oh yeah. As opposed to schools where you get 20-mile-an-hour signs, it's only when the lights are flashing. No, because otherwise people will think you're going into the first exit. Or you can indicate halfway over like I've just done, just to show people you are turning left along here. No, I should wait, because you should never overtake on the approach to a pedestrian crossing. So you shouldn't go past that first vehicle. So there's no real progress to be made just from those two vehicles. If there was a long line of vehicles, then yeah, okay. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Yep. If you indicate if you think it's going to be a benefit to another road user. So if you think it's going to be a benefit to him or someone behind you, or vehicles coming towards you, then yes, you should do. Yeah. Yes, again, if you think it will benefit that driver, particularly on dual carriageways, I always say to people, okay, normally you don't need to when you're putting back in. However, if they've got a vehicle in lane 2 behind you that would benefit from the knowing that you're going to pull in, then indicate. So it's a judgment call each time, really. No, absolutely. If you would get penalised if you didn't, when it would have benefited that that driver. That was good. Well done. Much smoother, much more well planned. I could see you were going to do it. Okay, might be, yep. Yeah, there's the van, I think. Yes, it is. That's good, come in nice early position, good. Just on that last 200 or 300 yards, Harry, where were you looking?
Sorry, I was putting the van, I think. So, right.
Were you not looking over the hedgerows, looking at... I don't think you were actually. I think you were.
Well, mine was
Yeah, it's very easy to get sucked when you're following traffic at this sort of speed.
yeah.
To get sucked into what they're doing. And the thing to do is just come off them a little bit and have a look. And I was looking at the blue truck that was at the front of this queue,
Yeah.
and where it was showing the road that it was showing us,
Yeah.
and looking over the hedgerows. So yeah, just a lapse of concentration for a bit. Then that's all it was. Yeah, it's Ben creeps up on you a little bit when you. That's good, yeah. Yeah, they are. Two 7 Trent vans are following quite closely together. So yes, you're right. I'd be a bit circumspect when I'm thinking of overtaking, because I'd want to do the 2 of them rather than go try and split them up.
Yeah, you can squeeze in between them, yeah. There's a lot of braking going on there recently as well.
Yeah, there is, because they're too close, that's why.
Yeah, the wrong gear. Like you said, yeah, they're too close.
Too close, it's a bend.
Should be at least 4 or 5 cars between each one of them.
Yeah, so you're back, you know, in the right position behind them. You've got your speed, you've got your gear, and you're just accelerating through. You're not having to brake or anything like that. Whereas they are, you see. It just shows you the difference between advanced riding or driving and what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, should have been in 1 and coming off into position 3 for the left-hander. So just don't let your concentration wander too much. Yeah, see what I mean? It's ever so easy to do it. Well, you'll have the opportunity a little bit later as you get towards the 38 or on the 38, so here we go. Good, come off on that offside lane, good. Up to the speed limit. Check the carriageway. Now's your opportunity. Road, make sure it's clear, nothing to cause you any problem. Check, good. was a bit impatient, didn't he? Straight up the inside. Bless them, they want to do more than 70, don't they? Yes, please. Okay, mate. And just watch how I do an arm signal. Just from the elbow into the waist. So a confirmation signal here, just from the waist of the elbow. It's in this guy or this woman. It's more dangerous on this car park than on the fucking road. You what? Yeah, just a bit.